Pan dulce, the nostalgic treat seen at holiday gatherings, an afternoon merienda, and the main source of conflict between me and my nutritionist Abby. Among the estimated 2,000 different types of pan dulce, by far the most iconic type that you'll find at every panaderia all across the Americas is the Concha or Conchita. But where did these seashell-styled sugar buns come from? It's not like they just washed up on the beach and crawled into our ovens like most other little pouches of gluten. Don't fact check me on that. The history behind the baking of Mexico's favorite treat is fascinating and spans multiple cultures. So tell me, what you know about conchas? Before conchas were sold to us on our Instagram feeds as throw pillows and, for some totally unknown reason, swimwear, we need to look at the history of pan dulce as a whole. In pre-colonial Mexico, ingredients such as vanilla, chocolate, and piloncillo were already being harvested by the natives. But it wasn't until during the time of the conquistadors that wheat was introduced. You see, wheat was the only grain deemed worthy enough by the Catholic Church to make the Eucharist wafer. It was first widely planted by freed African slave turned conquistador Juan Garrido, who was given land to farm after aiding Hernán Cortés in the takeover of the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan in 1521, thus allowing the Spaniards to make their tasteless Jesus cookies and, of course, bread. As it turns out, the natives didn't care for wheat as much as corn. In fact, it was forced upon them, and flour was even given as payment for labor. Legend has it that it took a viceroy dipping his bread into a cup of abuelita in front of a gathering of people to spark the mass interest in baking. Fast forward a few hundred years and swap one love language European colonizer with another. It was during the Frenchies' not one but two invasions in the 1800s, the first of which was a short-lived conflict dubbed the Pastry War, not to be confused with the Great British Baking Show, which is way more intense and gruesome, that bakeries serving pan francés became popular. With the French forces gone by the late 1860s after their failed second invasion of Mexico, many French baking techniques and bready staples such as brioche and baguettes were left behind, as well as an eggy dough high in fat, similar to that of the concha. Funnily enough, that's also how my nutritionist Abby describes my physique. An eggy dough high in fat. Are you happy now, Abby? Is this the kind of attention you wanted? I'm beginning to realize I don't really like Abby that much. Now that we sorted out how we got the bready part of the concha, you may be wondering, how does the crumbly, irresistible sugar coating stay on top? The answer is love in the form of butter. Love butter, if you will. Butter of love. Butt lover, wait, sorry. Love butter. Love butter. Lard is sometimes used too, but it's not as sexy sounding as love butter. But please, if you're going to bake your own conchitas, do not use salted butter, as it will kill the yeast in the dough, leaving you with a batch of sad, stupid sugar bread that was meant to impress the bigwigs at that company meeting. Not only did you completely blow making minuscule yet important cultural connections, but now that dickhead Tanner from accounting who once tried to read an Excel sheet upside down is going to get that promotion. Luckily, with a name like Tanner, his life will not be fulfilling or joyful no matter what. Ubiquitous in Mexico, Latin America, and now having a foodie moment in the United States, the Concha's cultural crossover has absolutely no limit. In 2016, the James Beard Award was given to a Concha burger in McAllen, Texas, dethroning the cronut as the it pastry. I mean, come on. Strawberry fig spread with a chipotle aioli, bacon, love butter, lettuce, all over a burger blend of sirloin chorizo and mushrooms. Oh my God. Someone get a mop because I'm dripping. And the evolution continues with conchas, mante conchas, matcha conchas, mochi conchas, Mickey Mouse conchas, ube conchas, and uni conchas! Come to think of it, someone should make a concha token and cash in on this moment in crypto. But for the love of God, do not talk to me about it. I'm Bruno, and I need to get out of this yeastless, flat concha hell I'm living in. I'll see you in confession. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned and lied to my nutritionist Abby yet again.